Hey, this is Heidi Dawson. If you love all things health and wellness and style of any kind, hang out here with me each week. I'm obsessed with never-ending improvement, and it's all in an effort to help each one of us live a wildly successful lifestyle. Subscribe today so you don't miss a thing. Hi, guys. Welcome to episode 234 of the Wildly Successful Lifestyle Podcast. Thanks for hanging out today. It's always awesome to be with you guys. All right, how many of you have ever gotten a failing grade in anything? Now, I'm not talking about an A- or a B+ for you overachievers out there. I'm talking about an F, written in red with a great big circle around it. You know what I'm talking about. I remember it so clearly. I was in my 3rd grade class. And the teacher said, we're going to have a pop-up test for history. Not my favorite subject. Not my best subject by a long shot. And let's just say it didn't go so well. I can remember it very clearly, that big red F at the top of the page. I felt humiliated, judged in a way, so super embarrassed. I quickly hid it so none of my classmates would see it. I folded the paper up. Now, if you can relate, then you know that feeling. But imagine if instead of a big red F with a circle around it at the top of the page, it simply said, not yet. You're not there yet. This is what a school in Chicago did with its students. They did this study, and instead of giving them a failing grade, they simply said on the test or at the end of the class, not yet. You're not there yet. The possibility that this implies for those kids, I believe, is beautiful. It implies that they can get it in the future, but they just need to do a little bit more work to get there. Now, studies have shown that knowing that possibility is there actually made those students work a little harder because they believed it could be done, all by adding that little word, yet. I was doing yoga this last week, and the instructor, as we were warming up, she was telling us the story about an article that she read. And the title of the article was something like what a billionaire thinks is crucial for success. And she said she really wasn't expecting a lot. We would take advice on success from a billionaire, of course, but she wasn't expecting a lot. But she was actually pleasantly surprised because in the article, he said that he believed the word yet is the key to getting what you want. Adding that word to the end of statements tells your brain it's possible. I'm not strong enough yet. I'm not smart enough yet. I don't give standing ovation-worthy speeches yet. Our thoughts are powerful beyond whatever we can imagine. They shape our life. So it's crucial to know that we are not stuck with the ones we currently have. Humans are really malleable, and knowing that allows you to have a growth mindset. Carol Dweck is the name of a professor that actually did studies and came up with the theory behind the difference between a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. The belief that something as simple as changing up the way you word a thought can have a powerful impact on our ability to improve. Something as simple as adding the word yet. Our mindset is the difference between success and failure. I wish I knew that when I was 8, but I know it now. Better late than never, right? And if you don't immediately agree with me on that, maybe you think it's too late to change something in your life. Or maybe you're thinking, I'm too stuck in my ways to change at this point. Or maybe you can relate to that saying, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, if you hang on to those thoughts, you'll be right. You don't want to be right about that. But if you change it up just a little bit, you step out of your comfort zone in just even one area of your life, that'll get the momentum headed in that growth direction. And it'll rub off in other areas of your life too. Once I decided to get my life coach certification, the tools that I'm learning are making my podcast episodes better. My health has changed as well because I'm learning how to handle urges. My general happiness overall has improved because I've learned that I control the way I look at everything. I get to choose what it means to me. And it's been super powerful for my relationships as well. Growing in one area of my life has expanded into making every other area of my life better. Talk about getting your money's worth. I definitely have. So what can we do if we want to change things up a little bit? Well, I have come up with 3 things I think we can do to make monumental shifts in our momentum. So the first thing, number 1, is when you catch yourself having a limited thought about yourself, just add the word yet. So if you find yourself saying, I don't know, just add, I don't know yet. Or I haven't reached my goal weight yet. I don't have what it takes yet. It's really powerful. It implies you're going to get it. The second thing is to put yourself in the room with people who challenge you to be better. We all like being around people who, build us up, but it's so powerful to be around people who challenge us to be better. Even if it's just in one area of your life, it's really contagious. So try to join a small group challenge at the gym, one that you think is just a little outside of your ability. Maybe join a mastermind with people who are already doing what you want to be doing, so it's a little bit intimidating. It's amazing what you can do when you see other people doing it already because they're an example of what's possible. I'm actually in Toastmasters where we challenge each other to be better every single week, and it's super uncomfortable every single week. And finally, number 3, look for experiences that stretch you. We like to be comfortable, but see if you can find experiences that actually are just outside of your ability, something you have to stretch to get. What's something you've been wanting to do that you've been hesitant to do because it's out of your comfort zone? Go do it. Take the first step towards making it happen. Sign up for that martial arts course. Join the leadership group of your town. There's a leadership Germantown and leadership Memphis. You get to know other people, and you also learn more about leadership. Or what about getting a scuba diving certification? Do something that moves you toward that goal. The first step is the hardest. And we were given a brain that came hardwired for constant growth. But here's the thing. It also came hardwired to keep you safe. So whichever one wins out the most will decide the ultimate outcome of your life. So how do we decide which one wins out? Well, you may have heard this story, but it's worth another tell, and I like telling it. So a grandfather was telling his grandson a story of 2 wolves. Now, these 2 wolves are inside of each one of us, and they're fighting an intense battle against each other for survival. The first wolf is dark and evil, full of jealousy, arrogance, greed, self-pity, and resentment. The second wolf is light, full of joy, humility, kindness, love, hope, and honesty. But these 2 wolves, they're in a bitter fight against each other. Only one of them can survive. He pauses for a minute, for effect, I'm sure. He was letting that thought sink in. When his grandson looks up and he says, "Grandpa, which one wins?" And with that question, he leans in and he says, "Whichever one you feed." Now, we can fill ourselves with doubt and beliefs of the past that don't serve us. Or we can fill ourselves with the idea that anything is possible. And yeah, when you step out of your comfort zone, it's uncertain what will happen. But I heard a quote this week from Erica Royale. She's the new CEO of the Life Coach School. She said this: "The beauty of uncertainty is infinite possibility." There are so many possibilities for growth and progress, which is ultimately the key to happiness. But those don't happen from our comfort zone. Maybe you find it in that new language course, and that maybe you find it in that business mastermind you've been considering. Or maybe in something that's just helping you get over the fear of something. Anything is possible. You just haven't found the way yet. I love you guys. I'll talk to you in a few days. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends, because we're just going to keep going bigger and better places together, and I love that about us. Talk to you in a few days.